Hey everyone, I have these LiteHawk helicopters. I did get them a few years ago. This is a spare. Actually, it was a defective one they first shipped me. It has since broken, but something was happening with the rotor that wasn't spinning properly and it was crashing. So they shipped me another one for free. So this is it here. And of course, after playing it with it for a while, I let it sit in the closet for a year or two, have not charged it, nothing. And I put it finally through a charge and took a while. It works, it got on, but it doesn't have enough power to take off. So I think the battery on this thing is just not strong enough anymore. This is the remote. We'll just get it going here so I can show you. You can see that it's connected. I press in like that to get it started. And I'm gonna increase the throttle and it's just not going anywhere. It's trying to lift off, but it's not enough power to get off the ground. See? Let's turn it down. So I thought, okay, I'm not gonna go out and buy another one of these things. I barely play with them, but I figured I had a spare battery sitting around, which I don't know where it came from exactly. I think it came from some kind of one of those ear pod charging things. I'll show you. Not this one, although there probably is one in here too, but another one that I found sitting around. And I figured, you know what? This is the battery here that's in the other one. By the way, this one's also no good. But if I can get the connector off of this and hook it up to this, and hopefully there's some kind of a battery management chip on the end here so I don't blow this thing up when I'm charging it. It is quite a bit heftier, as you can see. The original battery is 150 milliamp hour, 3.7 volt. This one's 500 milliamp hour, 3.7 volt. Weight-wise, I mean, it's a little bit heavier, not a huge amount. Hopefully, it won't make a huge difference. You can see the other battery. I'm not sure if this is considered bloated. It does look a little bit like a spicy pillow. This one, not so much so. But as long as the weight is not too bad on this, I might be able to take off and give me a little bit more flying time as well. So I'm gonna switch over the connector, try to charge this thing again, hopefully not explode the thing while I'm charging. It's gonna go very slow charge with this little USB thing here. It goes very slow. And then we will see what happens. So stay tuned. In the next few seconds, you're gonna see me swap out these and get it charging. I've cut the terminal off this other little battery. Let's get this one going here. A little solder on here. Okay. Black to black, I'm assuming should work fine. Okay, and now red to red. I'm gonna insulate these because they're gonna touch each other pretty soon after I put this thing together. I don't need a short across the battery leads. And I'm trying to do this with one hand. Let me stick this down because it's the battery's sticky, so it won't move. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna insulate it and we'll try to charge it up. Okay, I took out the older battery. I put in the new one, mounted it at a bit of an angle here. I transferred also the padding. I had to angle it like this because this front end wouldn't fit on otherwise. It was interfering. It was hitting here. But this lines up. You can see the screw holes go up to there again. So this should work. Now all I have to do is plug it in. It's not having any charge right now. I turned it on and I'm getting absolutely nothing out of this. So I don't know how old this battery is either. But we're gonna charge it up and see. Hopefully it has a bit more life left in it. And come back in a few hours and see what happens. So I've connected up the battery, I've charged it up, and it wasn't taking off. It was powering on, but not taking off. And then I noticed something. When I spin the upper rotor here, it spun freely, see? When I tried to spin the lower rotor, it was kind of getting stuck. The gears were kind of sticking at some points and it wouldn't spin freely. To diagnose that, I looked at the teeth down here. I took out the motor that controls the bottom rotor, which is right here. And when I took that out, I can now spin the bottom rotor freely. You can see it has no problem turning. So this particular model came with a little bag with extra parts. And you can see that these parts do eventually wear down. And you look in here and you'll see there's a couple of little gears here, right there, which is the same gear that goes on the end of this motor. So I'm gonna try to switch the gear on the end of the motor, right there. I can't see any damage on it, unless that's a little crack there. I don't know, maybe that's cracked. I think that's cracked. It's right there. That's the culprit. So I think this is the reason why it was not working. You see when I turn it right there, it's split. So I'm gonna change this guy. You can just take it off and put one of the replacement ones on. And I'm gonna try to get this thing to take off again. But I have a feeling that's the reason why. It could be that even the original battery was fine and that gear was stopping it from taking off. So now I'm not even sure, but I've already gone ahead and replaced it with this one, and we'll see if it'll work. So I'm gonna go ahead and change the gear and assemble it. Now to get the motor out, I basically just pried these open because even with this removed, it's hard to get the motor out. So I pry, and then after I put the motor back, I just bend these two tabs back and that'll be fine. So we'll go ahead, take this gear off and get one of the replacement gears from the bag. I mean, I have a donor helicopter as well, another LiteHawk, and I could use that one too, but for now, there's the replacement gear, which looks like it's intact, and we'll put that on the end here. I hope it's the right size. It looks like it, but it's not fitting on the end. Okay. There are two gears in here, but I believe they're the same thing. They don't look any different. Give me a moment while I can do this and then I'll show you the results after. Okay, I managed to get it on. It took a little bit of work to push it on because remember, it's not cracked, whereas the other one is. But if you zoom in now, you can see there's nothing wrong with this gear. Aside from it having some extra plastic there, you see no gaps. This is the old one. And if we rotate it, there is the crack right there. Along that, right there, you can see it. So I'm gonna slip this guy back in here. It should mesh up right there. It should mesh up with the teeth on that bottom gear. It's in and there. And now the bottom rotor here, if I zoom out, it's spinning freely. It's no longer sticking, see? So that could have been it. I'm gonna go ahead and assemble this guy and see if it finally takes off the way it was intended to. That involves me putting the battery back in here and then getting the lid back over the cockpit thing here back over. So bear with me a few minutes. So I still can't get this thing off the ground. I've tried the bigger battery. I put back the original battery. I even tried the other helicopter. I fixed the wing on it. I was having issues with this thing taking off, and also it would keep spinning around, almost like it wasn't calibrating the two motors to counteract the rotational effect. So instead of taking off straight, it kept on turning. These motors should work in exact opposite direction to counteract each of their torques so that the helicopter stays straight. And then when you go side to side, this control here essentially just alters the degree of rotation between the bottom and the top rotors. So if it essentially uses the torque from each motor, each rotor, to essentially turn it. So if you go like this, one will go slower than the other, so it'll counter rotate. And if you go the other way, it'll rotate the other way. Up and down, all it does is basically increase the thrust of this propeller at the back. If you go up, you're shifting this propeller turn so that the tail goes up and then the helicopter goes forward. When you go down, it pushes the back and it goes like this. So that's essentially it. I'm not sure what the side does, but I know up and down and side to side on this will control that. I wasn't so sure. This should be just throttle up and down. But in any case, I think I've exhausted the battery on this, because when I turn it on, it flashes and I can turn this on, connect it. I can get it to start spinning up, but it stops. So I think I've exhausted the battery. I'm gonna have to charge it up again. But I still wasn't able to get it off the ground, and it turns out I had to change the gear on both helicopters. You can see both of them are cracked. There should be another one over here. And they're not easy to get to. It involves quite a bit of work, but both of these gears are cracked. Don't know if you can see that. We'll flip it around. You can see, pretty obvious. See the crack? One is at the 6 o'clock position here, and on the other side, it's at the 9 o'clock position, okay? And I believe what's happening is the minute that you're flying one of these and it hits something and it abruptly stops the rotor, so this stops, that gear down there hits, it basically, there's no way to stop it from either chipping a tooth on that white gear or causing it to crack. It's already forced onto the spindle of the motor with a little pressure, so it's quite on there tight, and it's a hard gear, and who knows, maybe that's enough. You know, again, when you're spinning, the motors are spinning it, and then you go ahead and interrupt one of these rotors from turning abruptly, like a big snap, and then it causes the gear to snap. So that's why they give you extras. Just don't keep these in the closet for several years without charging, because the batteries go. And yes, it's possible to change the batteries. It's not always easy to get a replacement, so you have to go digging around. I'll see what I can do with this further. If I can charge it and get it to fly, I'll show you. So as you can see, the thing is not taking off at all. I've tried everything I can. It's just behaving weird. I got the remote. I've trimmed the controls. It doesn't want to take off. It's getting a little bit of thrust, but not enough. So I've given up. I'm no longer going to figure this out. If you have any ideas, leave it in the comments. I think it's just down to a weak battery. Could be the control or something is messed up in this thing. But it was a fun toy to play with. Just wish it would take off again. But I might go out and get a drone instead. Seems to be, the latest thing now. So again, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. And bye for now.